Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Barndominium with Construction Solutions. So pretty much what I'm gonna do today is just kind of go over a walkthrough of what we've kind of done so far on the steel building project here for the Bruno, the 42’x60 Barndominium. So I'm gonna turn you guys over here and show you what we've done so far and the next stages we have to do in order to put the steel on the roof and on the walls. Here, let me zoom you guys out. So we've attached the frame over on the building here. With the movement frames, and I'm going to show you guys here how we actually put the movement frames on. So let's walk over here real quick. So on the plans, right? Let's go with this one. I think there's a little more. So on the plans, right? We got a C. We have a C. We have an 8-inch C. This is an 8-inch C right here. Get together one of the angle brackets. Find exactly where we have to lay everything out. And on the print it said we have to cut back, or not cut back, pull back. It said 4 inches. So 4 inches there and 4 inches over there. Okay, and then we put down these brackets, and then we bolt these, or we bolt that to the bracket and anchor that down. And then once all four corners are in, we put another outside C. And this outside C here, this outside C goes inside this original column C. It goes inside, and we have to be 2.5 inches. So from here out 2.5 inches. Once you have the 2.5 inches, we have to put 2 screws in the bottom, followed by 2 foot every other one until the top. Okay, so let's say you already done all that for those 4 sides. The next thing to do, okay, is you to put this movement frame up. Kind of put you guys back here. I'm gonna zoom you guys in. For the movement frame, you can see 2 bolts right there. You can see that one. So 2 bolts. Well, there's 4. There's 2 on the bottom as well. So those 2 attach to the columns, and what that does, right? That pretty much holds everything together. It holds the whole. It holds the walls from moving side to side, or hold the movement from moving side to side. So you got this one as well. Same thing. 2 screws, 2 on center to the top. Put that on once this outside covers on for the movement. And then once those are on, right, then you can start putting in your trusses. And the trusses, right, if you're gonna see this on the print, you're gonna be like, which way does it go, right? This is what we did here. So put your bracket on, bolt them together, right? So first put your bracket on. You put your bracket on, you just bolt 4 nuts together. You pick up your truss, right? The apex is not gonna get cut. I'll show you in the back here. The apex does not get cut. You can see right there, it's not cut. It's just in the back. So it's just installed in the back as well for the first one there, for the second one. Okay. So they're just gonna attach 2 of them together. Bring it up, bolt it in place. Okay. Once in place, you have to bolt it. You have to torque it pretty good, and you can let it go and then you can bring down the telehandler as well for this side. You do the same thing. You don't gotta cut the apex. Just bolt them together. And for this one on the outside, right? This one, we do have to be lined up with the column for the front. For the front, we do have to be lined up. This one's not lined up here. You see how it's kind of offset it just a little bit. So that's what we did here. The next step you gotta do here, you gotta put in your knee braces. For the knee braces, like I showed in the previous video, you just, let's say I have it here. All I'm gonna do is just put a bolt in a nut, just screw it tight, loosely in the back. Bring it up to the front, so this doesn't go underneath, because it's still not cut. You're gonna fold it to the front, put your spud wrench, just match it with one hole. Once you're there, put your square on the back, glide it up until it touches, do a line. Same thing over here, square, pull it up just where it touches. You do it and you draw a line there. You bring it down, you just cut the C's out. I'll show you the back how it should look like. Like that. That's all you're doing, just cutting the C's from the side, leaving the back so it just touches. Same thing over here. That's all you're doing, just cutting the C's out. I'm gonna grab my coffee here. Same thing over here. Oh, actually, let me kind of go into more detail. And then once you do that, you gotta put the purlins from the top. So purlins from the top, coming all the way back. Okay. And on the prints, it's gonna tell you that we have to do almost like a blocking, right? And let me see if I can get kind of a little better angle here. Put the coffee down. This is where the blocking's at right here. So that's the top one is the entire truss coming all the way back to the ends there. This blocking, which is just another girt, right? You gotta put it from here, bring it all the way up to there. And only because it's kind of dark right now, I really can't even zoom in that far, or you won't be able to see it. But we gotta remove we gotta see if I can find one here. Pretty much we gotta take this, so the girt, it's like this. It's like this, right? This is the, well, this is like the purlin that's on the roof right now. Okay, and in the backing is like this to it. Well, we have to cut this back 2 inches because this is 2 inches. And this is coming up to it like this. We have to cut back 2 inches. So then we just have this flat C going into the girt, and they're putting a break, and then we're putting like an angle bracket. We're gonna screw onto here, and it comes up, and we're screwing that to the purlin. I'm not sure if that kind of makes sense. I'm trying to make as much sense as possible. It's kind of dark still, so I'm just trying to do my best. But we had to cut the C on the top. We had to cut it, cut the top C, so this could go in all the way and touch this purlin here. And we put an angle bracket, almost like an L, and we screwed that together. And the same thing goes for back there as well, like that. See, I don't know if you can see that. See how it's cut? The bottom is cut, so we had to cut it so for it to kind of go in all the way in for the 2 inches. And that's how you kind of tie those in and support each other. The same thing's gonna happen here. This one, because it was getting kind of late, we didn't get a chance to put any of the backings in. Well, we only have one purlin in, which was just to support it. What we gotta do, we put all the purlins in, tie them together, bring them back. That's just there for support, just so it won't move anymore. Once you get there, we have to put a back in from this one back to here, just back to there. We just gotta put a purlin everywhere, or a back in anywhere the purlins come, and they're just like floating like this. Some of them will hit on the purlins that we have right now, and that's fine. The only thing we gotta do is just cut those 2 inches back from that C and make sure it lands perfectly. Same thing for this movement frame. Right, this is called a movement frame here. All this here is called the movement frame. And it's the same step. This C is a 14-inch C. So this is a bigger C here. Right? It's the same thing as that one over there. So this is how you kind of make your movement frames and your frame overs. Okay. So same thing, we gotta kind of go back 4 inches, and the 4 inches is kind of just to match with the whole columns of the whole building. Only reason why we had to go back 4 inches was because of thickness of the purlins or the girts here on the walls. So when everything came down, it lined up perfectly. And this is how it's done in the plans. Obviously, there's gonna be no purlins or girts on the side here, but that's just what they specified in the plans, just so it wouldn't be touch and flush with the concrete. But the same thing, you know, you gotta go back 4 inches from the front here over, and from here back too. Put down your bracket, anchor it down, and then you bolt it to the C. Once you have the whole columns kind of up and braced, then you come back with your other 8-inch C here, and you go to the front. And this one is going to be 2 1/4. So 2 1/4 from here, 2 1/4 from here, flush out to here is 2 1/4. And the same thing. You put your 2 screws, and you go 2 foot on center here to the top. Same thing over here. 2 foot on center, 2 at the bottom, and then 2 foot on center to all the screws. And once again, once that's all kind of put in and screwed down, then that's where you go in and you attach this 8-inch C as well to support these two columns from moving back and forth from rocking. So this kind of acts as your purlin or your support for the whole 4 corners for it to stop moving side to side as well. From there, you start building your truss on the bottom. So you got your apex bracket here in the top. You got your apex bracket. Start putting your 2 C's together. You have to make sure you look at the plans and make sure you have the right ones. These are 14-inch C's, and they're, I think, 10.5 feet. So you start doing this on the ground, start bolting together. You start putting the apex as well. Again, the apex is not cut in the back. If you have only one truss or a single truss, which a single truss would just be just having one C, just one C instead of having two sandwiched together, right? You don't have to cut this. But if you have two trusses sandwiched together, then you have to start cutting it. The same thing we did for these main trusses on the building. We have to cut it. We have to cut the angle for it. But I've already kind of showed you guys how to do that, so it should be pretty easy. From there, you go with the knee braces as well. And the knee brace for this one is the same thing. All the knee braces are going to be the same thing. This one's not cut, okay? So this is just on there without any cuts to be done. But for this one, there is a cut because obviously they're not lined up. One's in the back, one's 1/8 over from the plate. So this is 1/8. So for this one, like I said, all we do is just put a bolt and a nut, just kind of loosely tighten it. Have this go over the top here. We got the spud wrench. We just match one of the holes up. We just move it around so it lines up with the holes. Then with our square from the front, we go up till it touches this C. We do a line. In the back, we go up to touch the C. We do a line, and we just cut the C's out. And that's what this is gonna be in the back as well. Let me zoom in here. Like that. We're just taking off the C's and just leaving this back part. Obviously, this is my first time ever doing like a how-to video. Maybe I'm not. Hey, so the video kind of just cut off there, but like I was saying, my first time doing a how-to video. Maybe I'm missing some things. Maybe not going over enough, but I do know with time I'll be able to do a little better. And those of you that are watching, you're saying, you know, how do I do this for this or this and that, right? Kind of just drop it in, and I can really kind of just go over it with you guys. The other thing we're doing here as well, this is going to be the fly bracing. And this has to be done for every single column, or every single column to girt attachment, column to purlin attachment, which is just this right here, right? On the plan specify that we have to put this on to support the girt, so it doesn't come loose over time. It stays tight completely, and just just for support, extra support. This is how it looks like. So you have two down there, comes up two here, bends over two there, and that has to be done for the ones that have double C's and for the single C's as well. This one's probably just gonna be to here, bent over just to that one, but it has to be done. Like those have to be done. So Jillian was doing this yesterday. That's how that kind of looks. So for every one of those, it has to be connected. And I want to show you guys exactly where it's going to go. I don't want to leave you guys in, kind of not knowing 100% where they're going to be going. So wherever girt lands, wherever girt's going in a column, it's going. So there's going to be another one coming up here as well. So there's going to be one coming from the back, attaching to that. And for the purlins as well. So this is touching a column. It goes there, goes there. If it goes here, it goes there, there. So it's pretty much every time a purlin touches a column, there has to wrap over. So a fly bracing has to wrap over and attach to the purlin. It has to do it. Like it has to be done. There's no other way around it. I want to show you guys here kind of how this looks like. We left that open to bring the scissor lift in and out of the building. The next steps that have to be done is going to be, we have to put in the overhang, or we have to install the fascia for the overhang on all sides. I want to show you guys here how that kind of looks like. So it's just going to be a C. A C is going to go over and clip on, come down. These are the fly rafters here, and those are already cut to size. You do have to double them up or single them up depending. Obviously for the single ones, they're going to be single, and for the double, they're going to have to be doubled. But this is how it kind of goes. Just two of them, both together. C goes in the front, comes out to this one, and this one comes out to that, and it matches up. Once it gets done, I'll go over it again, show you guys. But once this is all out, all the overhangs are covered with C's and attached properly. And the next step we have to do to put the steel on is that we have to put the valley flashing on. So once all these purlins are on so once the frame over is done and all the purlins are touching this main roof, then the valley flashing from the peak down to here has to be done. Okay. Obviously, once I get to that part, I'll go over it again, kind of show you what we did there. And I want to show you guys as well here something as well. So this is where the purlin stops. Okay. That one you don't see that purlin or support because we're not done over there yet. We have to do it here. That's kind of how that looks like. So it's just to see that it has a slope to it on the top. And all we have to do, we have to make sure it lands flush with the fly rafter. So it has to follow that same slope, not coming up. This is what it looks like. Right here. That's how it is. So this all has to be inside the fly rafter, following that same slope. So if you put the level on the top of the purlins and drag it down, it should just drag on top of this. And if you have your level from the outside of the purlins or the girts and you bring your level up, it has to be level with this and this with the roof. And that gets done in between every single column here, as you can see. It got done there. But it has to get done in between every single column. So all that has to be done here. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing so far. I'm gonna be doing another post here in a little bit just to show you guys once the roof is on and everything. But yeah, stay tuned.